Hey, great morning to you all. I hope that you've all woken up grateful to be alive another day. And I hope that you've reminded yourself of all of the things that you have to be grateful for. And I hope you've set yourself a high vibe. What do I mean by high vibe? I mean by a vibe, a frequency of your being that is of a loving magnitude or higher. And that's what I mean by setting a high vibe. So that your body can naturally function okay. So, you know that being okay is a simple choice for those who choose it, no matter what you're living. So, I hope when you're seeing a limit, you're getting creative. And I hope when you're seeing an obstacle, you're taking the time to learn. And I hope when you're seeing a setback, well, hey, you're taking the time to assess. And you're taking the time to redirect your energies if you need to. Right? We all have things in our life. We all have interactions. We all have responsibilities. We all have things that must get done. And our day is full. But you can be okay no matter what you're living. All right? And I encourage you all to make that simple choice for yourself. You know, a lot of people have said to me, Toby, my plate is full. I have a lot going on. It's too much. Look, yeah, we all have a lot to deal with. But you've got this. You're built for this. There's nothing that you cannot do. And you can be okay through it all. No matter what. It's a simple choice. I want you to take a real look at the things that you're doing to yourself in every aspect of your life. And I want you to really assess it in a way that is it helpful to you? Or is it harming you in any way? No matter what it is. Look at these things. Because if you just remain in a state of stress and you choose to embody that state of stress and the effects of it, well, there's wear and tear that comes with that. I know that all too well. But I want you guys to understand something. I have been in the same apartment for 10 years. So, through everything that I've had to live and overcome everything that I've had to, I have not changed my environment. And everybody thinks, oh, okay, well, if you want to get over addiction, you have to leave the environment. No. You have to deal with why you're trying to escape your reality of any magnitude. Okay? And I mean addiction in all different forms. I don't mean just drugs. Okay? We are addicted to all kinds of things, but the biggest thing that we seem to be addicted to is the negativity that we've been fed all our lives and we've been governing on. But you can change that. I didn't have to change my environment. It didn't matter where I am or where I have been during whatever I've had to live, because I've been okay during it all. By simple choices. You can be okay, no matter what it is that you are living. Now, how hard it is to live it is totally up to you. And it may seem crazy, but it's how you're seeing it And if you're not looking for the learning in it, you're seeing it as a hard situation and something that you have to deal with. But the weight of it and what you have to carry and endure through it is your doing. Yes, there's going to be interactions, circumstances, situations, things, no matter what they are. Like, I'll give you an example. You may think, well, you know, how could my job be harming me? Or how could, my situation be harming me? Well, look, put it this way. Can you feel totally okay in what you are living right now? Are you okay? Or are you always seeking more internally, like it happens to every single one of us? But what is it that you're seeking out? Are you seeking out wellness for yourself in your days? Are you seeking out wellness for yourself in your careers, in your family lives, in your interactions? Are you believing that there's hardship and stress attached and anxiety attached and you have to endure all of these things and life is so hard? And because that is all a mindset, and that is all of that stuff is what you're telling yourself. This is why I encourage everybody to tell yourself good things no matter what. Like, it sounds crazy, but I'll give you an example. I have a very fiery temper. And that's why I choose to leave that alone. Okay? Like, I think about that and you see I immediately start to squirm. Okay? I don't like my temper. I don't like that side of me. But the magnitude of energy that I carry and the magnitude of goodness that I try to project constantly, well, there is an equal and opposite to my duality. So my perfect example for this morning is, look, I was one for years that got very pissed off by ignorance quickly. Okay, so I could be driving, somebody cut me off, and I get pissed. And the road rage kicks in. But now, I can be on the road. Nothing can affect me to any point because of one thing. I tell myself, hey, maybe this person is rushing to a funeral home. Maybe this person is rushing to go pick up their children. Maybe this person has 101 things on their plate and is in panic. Hey, good morning, Roderick. Love. Hey, yo, have a great day. Magical day to you. I love to see you out here. Thank you. Bless up. Enough blessings to you. And keep doing what you're doing. I love those videos and all this stuff that you do. It's awesome. I look forward to seeing more. But guys, I encourage you all to be okay. And don't allow, like, you know what I mean? Perfect example. You have to be compassionate to yourself first in any situation. So I want to really encourage everybody to look at the things that you're creating for yourselves by how you see things. I couldn't, until my understanding at this point, really understanding unconditional love and what fuels our being and the change that was needed within my own being to be okay, and the changes that I've had to infuse into my life and the learning and the application of the learning gives me a totally different mindset today. And I will be okay no matter what during anything. But this is why I encourage you all. Don't stay in any type of stressful state for yourself, because your body can't endure that for a long period of time. This is why I tell you guys to speak life into your being, will goodness into your being all the time. Speak highly of yourselves. But most of all, tell yourselves that you are okay. All the time. Why? Because what's fueling you and giving you life is infinite, unconditional love and the power of the all-knowing. And this energy runs this whole show. So how could you not be okay for whatever you have to live? This is the shift in the mindset that I would like to create within people. Because it alleviates the weight of carrying the weight of the world. Because what you're fueled by to get you through your experience is greater than any situation you'll ever have to live. And while we harness ourselves to believing that life is so hard and talking shit about ourselves and doing disempowering things and being self-sabotagers, you cannot be okay. Because you are working in complete opposition to what is giving you life. You can't do that to yourself. Well, you can, but you won't get the most out of your experience, and you'll be shackled to the density of all of those thoughts and feelings that you're producing in your own body. Seriously. That's why I encourage people to take a look at their thoughts. Only you know what you're thinking. So take a look at that stuff. And anytime you don't feel good, that's what I want you to look at. Instead of looking outside, trying to find something to blame for making you feel the way you felt. Take a look within. And ask your own being why you're feeling the way you're feeling. And why are you not okay? Because that is what genuinely matters. And nothing else. It doesn't matter what another person is doing. It doesn't matter what situations is in front of us. It doesn't matter what circumstances in front of us. What we have to do on a daily. None of that matters. And I'll remind you again this morning, nothing can affect you if you don't hold any meaning for it. So what are you giving meaning to in your life? You should hold the most meaning for your own being. And that's why I sit out here and I tell people that you matter the most in your experience. You do. And what is giving you life today? You have it all within you. We all seem to think that we need everything outside of us. No. Everything outside of us is merely to enhance our experience. That's all it's for. And we have certain things that we are supposed to do while we are here. And I'll use myself as an example. Listen, I was a hood girl. And everybody knows me. Knows. I can run with the toughest. And I don't shy away from nothing. And I can hold my own no matter what's in front of me. And I was like that all my life. But grew up in the country, thrown into the pit of the belly of the city, and lived the horrible horror stories. Okay? But look at me today. That's not who I am. Once I got over all of that, I don't even feel like that is a part of me anymore. I'm finally in alignment with what fuels me on this planet. I can unconditionally love myself because I know what is giving me life. And that's greater than anything that I've ever had to live or do. But it is a simple choice. If I'm going to sit here and choose to be every experience I've ever had to live, and shame and blame and guilt and deny myself of ever having anything good or being okay, or I could sit here and say, oh, that was quite a ride. I'm grateful for it. Let me close that chapter and go on to greatness and glory, because that's what I'm meant for. And sit out here and be okay and pump it out to everybody else to be okay too. Oh, love you too, Roderick. But seriously, it's a serious choice to be okay. And people say, oh, how is it a choice? Because you stand up for your own being. Hey, when I realized that nobody was coming to rescue me or help me out of my darkness, I had to turn on my own light. And I said, hey, but when I did, slowly but surely, with retraining my brain and loving myself and forgiving myself, I'm here today to show other people how to do it. And no, it's not easy all the time, but you can be okay no matter what. It's a simple choice. You are either telling yourself empowering things, owning your greatness and your creative power on this earth, and understand that you are producing results. So, let me give you an example. For anybody who's sitting out there not feeling 100% in their own power and greatness, start telling yourself good things every day. Work with your own being. I couldn't work against myself to get it right. I had to embrace and love myself to get it right. And say, hey, you got this and you're okay no matter what. You guys can do this. It's a simple choice. So understand something though. When you are projecting onto another person, you are also projecting onto yourself, because we are all connected and we are all one. We really are. We are just merely having unique experiences of separation through our bodies. Because once you leave your body, we're all going back to connected fully. So you leave that pool of energy to come for your unique experience on this earth, to get the most out of it and do whatever you're meant to do on the planet. So that's why I encourage everybody, don't hold your tongue for nobody. As long as you're operating from a loving state and being true to yourself first in your heart and your soul mission, you are not to be silenced. Ever. And that's why, hey, I will not be silenced now. But guys, you got it. You can do this, and it's a simple choice. Okay? I'm drifting. So look, let me get back on this. Being okay is a simple choice. And you can do it no matter how hard you may think it is. And yes, it's baby steps. You have to start by telling yourself that everything is for learning. So therefore, there has not been anything good or bad in your life, first of all. I sat there and told myself that what I'd been born into and what I had to live, well then, because of that, then I must have soul contracted to just live hell while being here. I had it wrong. And what I put myself through, I have had to beat death 6 times in 12 years. Well, I'm not looking to do that again. Okay? But I honestly believed that, well, hey, I was just harnessed to live in hell and I just signed up for to carry the weight that I do. But no, not at all. That's not the case at all. You know why? Because the unconditional love that gives me life and the soul that I had to tap into to rejuvenate my organs to stay alive, let me tell you, that told me straight up, hey, you got it wrong. And this is why you've had to live everything. You know why? Because that's how much you and your life experience was needed. So I'm okay with that, no matter how hard it was. And yes, I'm a universal warrior, just like every single one of you guys are. But you have a soul mission. And only you know why you're here for this experience, because your soul contracted to that. But it's a choice for you to be okay through it all, or whether you're going to make it harder on yourself or easier on yourself, because that's what your free will is all about. Everybody has a choice. We are not stuck in anything. Why? Because every day that we wake up and given the gift of life for another day, which is not promised or owed to not one of us, you're supposed to be grateful. And you're supposed to be loving to yourself. And you're supposed to be appreciative of getting that day. But no, people wake up and it's, oh my gosh, I got to do this, I got to do that, and don't even take 5 minutes to say, hey, thank you for being alive today. And they put all kinds of stuff off until tomorrow when they don't even know if they'll be alive tomorrow. Straight up. And this is why I encourage everybody every day to get the most out of their experience. Because so many people nowadays are not waking up tomorrow. So while you are here, well, I would encourage you all to be okay during your experience. At least. Because I highly doubt that anybody who has lived the magnitude of my whole life could sit out here and encourage everybody to be loving. So, seriously, get it right. And being okay is a simple choice. But look at the things that you're telling yourself. Look at the things that you're making excuses for in your life and what you are allowing. Are you owning your being, or are you governing yourself off of everybody's expectations for you? You got to look at that stuff. And you got to look at, hey, when I go to work every day, does that make me feel good? Who gives a shit about a paycheck? I can get a paycheck anywhere. But is the work that I'm doing satisfying to me? Have you not mattered enough to actually ask yourself that? Okay, do you go and put yourself in interactions with people that don't make you feel good just because you want to feel loved and accepted and don't want to be bored at home? Well, hey, nah. Love yourself enough not to do that. Love yourself enough to be okay and to put yourself of highest priority for your experience to get the most out of it. You have your own answers. You're unique. Your experience is unique, and you are here for a reason. You're valued, you're needed, you're loved unconditionally. And you have everything you need for your experience. So how could you not be okay? And if you're suffering in your life of any magnitude, that also too is a simple choice. You see, there's a huge lack of self-accountability in this world. Huge. And when there's a lack of self-accountability, people love to blame others, shame others, judge others, because it deflects them from having to look at themselves. I will remind everybody again today, I sit out here and I understand that I am no better than any single person walking on this earth, but I matter just as much. So I'll encourage you all to understand that you guys all matter, primarily. Understand that you're loved and understand that you can be okay. It's a simple choice. Everything is temporary. No matter what interaction you're having, no matter what situation or circumstance you're living, you will get through it. As long as you are breathing and you have life, you will get through it. But I encourage you all to be okay during it. Seriously. Own your power, own your greatness, because you're a magnificent being. A magnificent, glorious being. If our soul is comprised of infinite, unconditional love and the power of the all-knowing, which I remind you again is of knowledge of any and everything ever manifested within this experience, from the beginning of time to up until now, everything, every thought anybody's thought, every action anybody's done, anything ever created, manifested, why it's happened, when it's happened, every bit of detail is there. That's within you for your experience. So if you're feeling confused, lost, worried, doubtful, shameful, judgmental, non-accepting, non-receiving of learning, closed-minded, all of that shit, it's because you're stuck in your own head. Tap into your heart. Because that's where it all lies. Seriously. Hey, great morning, Smitty. I love you. Happy to see you out here, bro. Have a magical day. Actually, it's almost a half an hour I'm out here. I'm about to sign off. I got some things I'm going to do. I started a new book. I'm writing a new book. But this one isn't going to be intense. This one's going to be a lot of laughter and some vulgarity and, maybe some triple X scenes or something. I don't know. Shock the world with, Anyway, guys, listen. I realize that I come out here and I'm really repetitive on the things that I've been saying. And that's because it's installation. All right? Hey, Guy, top of the morning. Love you, bro. Have a great one. So yesterday what I did is I sat back and I said, okay, look, there's some things that maybe in my books I can sift through and find that maybe of help that I've forgotten to share along the way. But you know what? Honestly, I flipped through my books and I'm like, you know something? All the books that I've written, I come out here and I tell you guys about it. But you know what? There's one thing I never told you guys about. So I just want to read this quick blurb to you guys, okay? And it's going to take a quick second. But this is a question that I want you guys to all ask yourselves. Love for life. Okay? Most might think when I say love for life that I mean whether they have love in their life or if they have created a love for their life. It's totally different. What I ask you is this: do you genuinely, sincerely hold a love for life? Seriously, think about this for a moment. When you wake up in the morning, as you open your eyes, are you thankful that you are actually alive and have been given another day to create whatever you wish? This is where it all starts. This is the time of the day when you set the frequency for what your day will be like. No matter what we are faced with throughout the day, it is never disastrous if we maintain the right perspective. Love for life. Huge. That's one thing I never mentioned. Guys, find a love for yourself that is beyond any hurt or trauma or pain that you could ever endure or experience. Have a love for your life. And I don't mean just, love for the people in your life and a love of your life. And no, I'm talking about personally. I encourage you all to find a love for life, for your own experience. And that's what's going to help you guys get the most out of it. But being okay through it all is a simple choice. And I encourage you all to make that choice for yourselves. And it's not easy. Don't think for a second when you start to change your ways that you've been operating on for 50 years that it's easy. Because it's not. But it is worth it. That's the thing. Everything that I've had to endure and had to learn how to be okay and maneuver in my being and heal myself time and time again and get the most, just be grateful for more time on this planet. I acquired a love for learning and a love for life. And that's why I see everything as learning. And I encourage you guys to do the same. There's nothing good or bad. Everything is for learning no matter what it is coming our way. But embrace a love for it all so that you don't feel a weight of it. And be okay during it, no matter what. Watch the things. Oh, I'm home today with kids sick, day off. Hey, well, you know what? The universe has given you a day to give them a little extra love. So I'll send you a whole bunch of love. There you go. Send loads of love your way. Gee, you know, I should really get you my kids' books over there for them, you know. Seriously. It's something that'll keep them occupied for hours. Because of my loving reminders of I am, there's definitely words that they don't know. And they have to look it up. And that was the point of doing that. Was to open and expand communication and use of words that aren't used so commonly now. I put them in there so that it would, you know, give them something. Anyway. Yeah, we'll work on that. I'll see you and I'll definitely hook up the books because I think I have copies here that I can hook you up with. Anyway, we'll work it out, buddy. Okay, guys, I encourage you all to be okay during no matter what is happening, okay? And if you're not okay, understand that you have chosen that for yourself. Self-accountability is key. You don't have to be accountable to anybody else for your mission, your purpose, or what you're doing. Hey, have a great day. Love you, Guy. Okay, seriously. But you got to be self-accountable. And that's the only thing you got to be accountable for. But what you have to ask yourself is whether you're being helpful to your experience and to yourself or whether you're being harmful. Now, being able to look at that stuff is going to really make you understand what you need to do to be okay, which is a simple choice. You got to tell yourself good things no matter what. Be grateful no matter what. Once you see everything for learning, there's no good or bad. But most of all, practice the pause. Because I'll remind you again, any emotional reaction that happens in our body lasts 60 to 90 seconds. So take a minute. While you feel anything coming on, take a minute to breathe. Say, hold on here. I mean enough to me. My well-being is at stake right now. Now, I can either be helpful to this or I can be harmful to this. So this is why I encourage you all to take that minute to breathe. And breathe life and wellness into your being before making any decision or choice based on a 60 to 90 second reaction that's happening. Hey, great morning. Have a great day out there, Roderick. Make a magical one, all right? Love you lots. Thanks for coming out. But seriously, guys, I encourage you all. Get in alignment with what's fueling you for your life experience, which is infinite, unconditional love and the power of the all-knowing. You have everything to feel your own greatness that's fueling you. You can be okay. Now, understand this. these people that live these long lives, well, they're at peace within their beings, eh? That's what gives them longevity. So I encourage you guys all to find that okay in your being. And like I mentioned last week, if you don't have that automatic okay, well, if you don't have that control over your being yet, which is very possible, create that happy spot in your mind that you can go to, because your mind is powerful. Your mind creates things for you that you feel are real to be. Okay? So go into that spot and create a place of wellness for yourself. And be okay. Anything that you feel is too much to handle, go to your happy spot. Take a breather, no matter what. All right? Guys, when you see a limit, I want you to get creative immediately. When you see an obstacle, I want you to take that time to learn. Yeah. When you're having setbacks, hey, it's cool. Understand that it's time to assess what's going on and redirect your energies. The universe is actually doing it as a favor in the long run. Seriously. And it happens to all of us, and we think, oh, shit, no. I've had a couple of hiccups come up and setbacks come up in my life over the past couple of months that I'm going, oh, I understand it now. And I'm looking to the sky going, thank you, universe, that you didn't allow me to do those things that I wanted to do. Because holy shit, it would have fucked my shit. But had I seen it then, no. Was I upset that certain things didn't happen? Oh, yes, fuck right, because I thought that's what I wanted and that's what I needed. But the universe clearly said, ha ha ha, no way. It's not happening today. And man, did I get upset with that. But now I understand clearly why. And I'm looking at the universe going, hey, thank you for saving my ass. Because that would have drowned me. But I couldn't see that when I was living that. So a little more trust in the universe, a little more trust in your own being helps. And trust me, all of this inner work for yourself that only you can do is so worth it. Because then you can be okay no matter what. And that's one thing about me. It doesn't matter what I have to live. I know what's giving me life. And I know what that power is. And I will be okay no matter what. No matter what. I don't care what I have to live. That doesn't mean enough to me to affect me. As long as I'm okay in my being, that's all that matters to me. And I encourage you all to do the same. All right? Guys, love yourselves unconditionally. Be loving in everything that you say and you do. Practice the pause. Simple. Be helpful to your being and your experience instead of harming yourself with negativity, negative ways, negative speech, negative doing. Empower yourself. Tell yourself good things. All right? Feel the fuel and greatness of your being, which is infinite unconditional love. Be loving to yourself. Be okay. It's a simple choice. And yeah, it takes a while to master it. But you can do it. Because if I can do it, anybody walking this planet can do it. Seriously. Anyway, I love you all. I wish you guys a magical day. I want you to get the most out of your experience. All right? Tell yourself good things through it. All right. Love you all. Have a great day. Peace.